An urgent situation developed in central Iowa, specifically at the Iowa Speedway in Newton, as severe thunderstorms rolled through the region. Tornado sirens blared, sending drivers, crews, and thousands of spectators scrambling for cover on Friday afternoon. This occurred around 2:45 post-meridian local time, just as 27 drivers were scheduled to begin an NTT IndyCar Series practice session for the weekend's doubleheader races. The National Weather Service had issued a tornado warning for the area, underscoring the immediate threat. Dramatic photos and videos shared from southeast Iowa captured the ominous, rapidly swirling skies over the nearly 1-mile-long oval track as the storms approached and moved through. Over the loudspeaker, an announcer could be heard urgently stating, "Please seek shelter immediately." A tornado warning is in effect, instructing attendees to move towards safety. However, the Iowa Speedway presents a unique challenge in such situations. According to track officials, there are no basements or officially designated storm shelters on the property. This absence left fans and personnel to find their own substantial shelter when severe weather struck. Track staff were heard encouraging people to consider heading towards their personal vehicles as a last resort. This advice aligns with guidance from the American Red Cross for situations where no safer option is available, which suggests getting into a vehicle, buckling your seatbelt, and keeping your head below the windows. It's a critical point, however, that meteorologists consistently caution that vehicles can be extremely dangerous during significant tornadoes. They can be tossed like toys by powerful winds, offering minimal protection against direct impact or flying debris. During a confirmed bona fide tornado, forecasters generally advise people to seek the lowest available ground, such as a low-lying ditch, and cover their heads to protect their bodies from flying debris, acknowledging the inherent risks of any outdoor option. A confirmed tornado actually touched down 1.5 miles from the Iowa Speedway, emphasizing just how close the threat was. Thankfully, after the storms passed, there were no immediate reports of injuries or significant damage directly at the Iowa Speedway or in the immediate southeastern Iowa area affected by the tornado. The practice session, however, was canceled due to the weather, and the track would require an hours-long delay to dry out from the heavy rainfall. The good news for race fans is that the weekend forecast beyond Friday's storms looks much more favorable for the IndyCar doubleheader races. Most of the rain was expected to move out of the area overnight. The Fox Forecast Center anticipates clearer skies and pleasant summer temperatures for both race days, with lows around 60 degrees and highs in the 80s. While the immediate tornado threat subsided for central Iowa, the severe weather outbreak continued its destructive path across the state. Severe thunderstorms rolled across the Midwest on Friday, bringing rounds of damaging wind gusts, torrential rains, and even a few reported tornadoes. The Fox Forecast Center had identified the greatest tornado threat around the Quad Cities in Iowa, with tornado watches even extending across the Chicagoland region. These intense thunderstorms also brought along exceptionally strong wind gusts. A gust reaching 73 miles per hour was recorded at Davenport's airport, while an even more powerful gust of 85 miles per hour was reported in Cascade, Iowa. Dubuque, Iowa also experienced significant gusts reaching 65 miles per hour, leading to multiple reports of downed trees there and just across the borders in Illinois and Wisconsin. One particularly dramatic instance involved a strong gust that knocked over a semi-truck along Interstate 380 north of Cedar Rapids. This combination of intense winds and torrential rain has resulted in widespread tree damage and pervasive power outages across several counties, severely hindering emergency response efforts and leaving thousands without essential services.
Underwater, and especially some of those.
The most catastrophic impact of this widespread severe weather has materialized as widespread flooding, particularly devastating communities in the eastern part of the state, most notably Davenport. A rare flash flood emergency, the highest level of flood alert, remains in effect for the Quad Cities metropolitan area. This designation from the National Weather Service is reserved for exceedingly rare situations, where extremely heavy rain is leading to a severe threat to human life and catastrophic damage from a flash flood is actively occurring or is imminent. It's a stark warning of the immediate life-threatening danger. Over the past 24 hours, more than 3.5 inches of rain, with some localized areas reporting over 4 inches, has inundated Davenport. This intense rainfall, concentrated over a very short period, has completely overwhelmed the city's urban drainage infrastructure. To provide context, Davenport typically receives an average of about 36 to 40 inches of precipitation over an entire year. Receiving such a significant fraction of that annual total in just a few hours places immense and unmanageable stress on storm drains, culverts, and retention systems. The sheer volume and speed of this water accumulation are characteristic of flash floods, which can develop within minutes to hours, often in areas not directly experiencing rain, as runoff from upstream areas rapidly converges.
For Iowa Speedway that is in effect currently, please be aware there is a strong threat of a tornado and severe weather, including lightning.
The National Weather Service is issuing urgent and repeated pleas to residents in Davenport and Bettendorf. Seek higher ground immediately. Evacuation orders are in effect for the most vulnerable areas, and it is absolutely crucial to understand that attempting to drive through flooded roads is exceedingly dangerous and can be fatal. Just 6 inches of moving water can knock an adult off their feet, and as little as 12 inches of moving water can sweep a small car away. Furthermore, the underlying road surface may be completely washed out, concealing dangerous debris, open manholes, or sudden drop-offs that are invisible beneath the murky water. Sadly, many flood-related fatalities occur when people drive into or walk through floodwaters, underestimating the power of even shallow moving water. Emergency crews are operating under immense pressure, responding to a high volume of calls for assistance and conducting numerous water rescues, often in perilous conditions. The sheer volume of water, the rapid onset of this flooding event, and the potential for continued rainfall make this a truly catastrophic situation for countless Iowans. Federal assistance, including programs from the Federal Emergency Management Agency, will be crucial for the long-term recovery, but the initial phase is focused intensely on life-saving measures and immediate public safety. This is a dynamic and evolving crisis, and we will continue to bring you the latest updates as they become available. Our thoughts are with everyone affected by this devastating weather.